TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust. Hey everybody, and thank you for joining us here on the Time Rust Brain Rust. What? You guys gonna judge me?
Yeah, we are.
That's
yes,
right
now. Yes, we are.
All right. You want to start over?
No. We keep your awkward openings because people like that.
Do they? Do they really?
Oh yeah, people tell me they like Nate's awkward.
Okay, well,
and us making fun of his openings.
Because that was pretty weird. You were super enthusiastic.
I'm feeling really self-conscious now. I've lost my mojo.
Oh.
So, let's go to the introductions. To my left is Tim.
Hello.
Tim is new to the podcast.
Yeah.
You can do the long-time listener, first-time caller.
I love the show. I want to request a song. I don't know. I don't know. I can't.
Tim, since you're first
workshopping this, okay?
Why don't you give us a little bit about yourself? A little info. What are you into? What do you like?
Video games, specifically, like those character action combat games. Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, I can't wait to play that.
Never heard.
Comics are pretty cool. Movies, yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Meow.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Meow.
yes, I would agree.
Yeah.
Meow.
Snarf, snarf.
Aww. I feel like that was some sort of racial slur in some way. I'm not sure.
I mean, he just a
Snarf was racist.
Or was
what? Little creepy lizard cat people?
Snarf. Snarf.
I hated Snarf.
Snarf was the Jar Jar Binks.
I kind of wish Lionel would stab Snarf. And
I
roast him
like
up
the way
and
they
eat
did
him.
Snarf in the newer incarnation of where he was just a cat monster thing. He didn't talk. He just kind of was like meow and just ran around.
Oh, that's why the show got canceled, because it was smart to do that. Alright, to Tim's left is Steve!
What's up, people?
Steve's not been around for a while. He doesn't know the plague has killed the others. And to Steve's left is Marqees.
What it is, folks. What it is.
He is not one of the primetime players, but he likes saying millions of dollars, millions of dollars, millions of dollars. Alright. And to his
What's wrong
left,
with you people?
and to his left is me. What's my name again?
Nathan. He leads
dude.
this sunken submarine of a podcast.
You know, it's like the yellow submarine, if the reason it was yellow is because it went into lava and they all melted and died.
It wouldn't turn it lava. It would just turn it into...
Just
Ow!
It would turn into a...
you just deserve that. Just right there.
You know,
that moment where it gets really hot and then it starts
turns
to...
white?
Yeah, but like it's yellow for a second.
No, it's not. That's why it turns white hot. It's not.
Or blue.
Turn,
Depends on the temperature you forge the metal at. It can turn a number of different colors, including blue, green, and yellow.
Look at the Union guy over here.
No,
stuff.
It's actually
look
mostly
at
because
the
I
Green
watch,
Lantern over here. He's like, let me tell you about light.
Let me tell you about the color spectrum. Bam.
Yeah, that's kind of what they call me on the job site, actually.
The color spectrum.
No, they call me
They call me the color spectrum of the job.
I was like, that's a terrible.
It's actually pretty cool. I got a hard hat, and I sharpied it up with the Green Lantern insignia on it, and 2814 on the back, and they're all like, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, let me tell you about something good that you'll never watch. And I've explained it to like half my crew so far, and they're like, oh. I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh, well, you know, that kind of stuff. It was pretty
Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, check it out. Never when we're drinking out and being real, man.
Yeah, real men that, have accumulated DUIs and other such things that I...
Wow. Bus them. Steve is throwing.
Hey, I'm the only member of my crew that doesn't drink heavily or use tobacco products. I'm actually quite proud of that.
You should be.
I am.
You can drive home safely.
Without
murder's not funny. So, Tim, I don't know how often you've checked out the podcast. If you say never, just don't do anything. Don't nod your head or what. just exist. So anyways, we have a little segment called What Are You Doing? So you tell us about the things that you do in your spare time that might be relevant to our audience. If you don't know what that is, then you've never looked at the website ever.
Which is okay.
I don't know, is it?
I don't know.
But y'all went up on the articles already, slackers.
Yeah, he just wrote a new article.
I'm getting ready to put
So
two
what
up.
are you doing?
Good,
Let's
good.
see. I've been clearing through some very Steam games that I need to clear out. Christmas sale came through, although I didn't really buy too much this time.
Oh, so it's not like Eli who bought everything and was like, "Oh, I had that."
I'm gonna play everything. That's my New Year's
like,
resolution.
I've got over 100 games in my Steam library, and I've only played about 15% of them. Maybe I should get around to that.
Yeah, it seems to be some sort of diminishing return. I seem to have bought almost everything I want to on the previous year's sales. It's not as, I don't know, nothing seems to be jumping out as much.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that.
I bought Brothers. I've heard good things, but I haven't played that yet. Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Did you ever play that, Steve?
For PS3, Xbox?
Yeah, it was PS3 and Xbox
Yeah,
360.
I played that in the two following expansions. It was fantastic. The game was awesome.
Is that... No, Lords of Shadow is the HD remake of the DS game, isn't it?
No,
which one's
it's
that?
like God of War, but with Castlevania
And
trappings.
it's way good.
It's pretty good.
It's got Patrick Stewart in it.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart narrates the
whole
intro
thing.
to every
So
single
good.
stage.
Oh, and have you seen the videos for 3 or for 2?
Yeah.
Like,
See,
they look good.
That's kind of why I wanted to check out the first one again. The second one looks really, really good.
Yeah, where like Dracula has like a dragon form and all kinds of crazy things, and it jumps back and forth. I think between him and his descendants and stuff like that. It's just
Robert
really
Carlos
cool.
was playing Dracula. And he's a really good voice actor. I love Robert Carlos. He's awesome. He plays Rumpelstiltskin in
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time. Yeah, he's
So what else have you been doing? Tim?
He's also in Formula 51. Terrible movie.
Screw references aside.
Oh, that and the PC version of Metal Gear Rising. I'm a huge fan of just
Metal
character
Gear in
action
general?
games. Yeah, Metal Gear games and Devil May Cry style games, and this is like
The best
a
of both
perfect
worlds?
fusion of both. Yeah.
I mean, I've always really liked, Raiden as a character. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's so lame." I'm like, he was
So
actually
over the
pretty
top.
good.
It's so over the top. I love it.
I was watching him. We were watching him play it. It was just so over the top.
That's actually something I added to my collection recently because Microsoft had a sale. So I was like, okay, $5. Yeah, sure.
Okie doke.
Well, the boss fights are a really big highlight. The PC version has like a boss rush mode. And,
Cool.
Yep. Skipping straight to those.
So just out of curiosity, is that why you bought the Wii U? Because you heard that Bayonetta 2 was only going to be on that?
That and Wonderful 101 was
So
a huge...
You bought a
reason.
Wonderful 101 Bayonetta 2 machine.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I'm not really...
I know some people that bought a Wii for specific things, and now it's collecting dust.
Yep.
My friend Trey uses it as my 3-year-old daughter can watch Dora the Explorer machine.
Say Roku's much cheaper now, so.
Anything else?
Not too much. Just...
Any movies, TV, comics.
not any good movies I can think of. I watched Hansel and Gretel because I was like, remember Van Helsing? I told myself, maybe it's going to be like that.
It was better, actually,
It was
because it's
better.
not hard to be better than Van Helsing.
Van Helsing stunk.
It has
was
this-
bad.
It was like,
I saw-
high wire stunts everywhere!
I saw it in the theater and I was like, really? Hugh Jackman? Really?
Oh, yeah, me too. I took a... What was it?
I'm waiting for that turn to come on DVD.
It was it was 2 younger cousins, and then my cousin's same age as me and his wife, and I was in their wedding, and it was gonna be so much fun, and I
Going
was
to be
like,
so much fun.
hey, you guys, you pay for one young guy, and I'll pay for the other, and yeah, it didn't work out. It was just so bad, it's so terrible. I want to cry now. Oh, jeez. Anyways,
I'm gonna go back in my room and slit my wrist because of Van Helsing.
Hansel Gretel was a little better though.
It has this weird minor plot point about how he gets diabetes from the magical candy. I thought that was
That's
a
pretty-
weird...
that's
I thought that
awesome.
was an interesting plot point. So
She fed me candy for months. Now I have diabetes. I got the sugars.
I got the D.
So he has like this steampunk shot of insulin
that he has to have when his alarm goes off. He's gonna die. So good. That was
And their whole steampunk guns were amazing. I was like, really?
I really enjoyed the movie. It wasn't too over the top.
The movie knew what it was.
It was supposed to be fun and entertaining. It wasn't supposed to be deep and meaningful.
Yeah, seriously, they have a gun that shoots like a thing that spreads its stuff in every direction, and it doesn't make any sense. But it's cool looking, and the witches died horribly. So
yeah, that was pretty sweet. It was good.
Ever since Final Fantasy VI, I tend to like fully automatic crossbows.
High five to that, buddy.
Fully automatic crossbows are the joint.
Auto crossbows.
heck yeah.
It's my jam. Giant flash bulbs and...
However, since I think there's 8, I want a gunblade.
Ugh.
I don't know.
If I ever get a gunblade, it's the kind that actually shoots bullets instead of recycling Guardian Forces for a really awful plot point.
How does it shoot? Because there's a blade where the barrel goes.
It fires the Guardian Force, and the blade is shaped in a specific way where it travels over top of the blade, through the metal, and circles around it back around, and ends up with the bullet back in the chamber.
You know, if you just had a really long barrel on it, that would work. Just saying.
Or you could just make a sweeter game that didn't have a horrible story and bad characters.
Not possible.
I mean, it was like...
It's Final Fantasy. Sorry.
Hey,
it only gets worse.
there's only a couple good ones. Because Square Enix apparently forgot how to make good games.
Well, actually, it looks like it's multiples of 6, because you've got 6 and 12, and those are the best ones. Bam!
It's like, hey, Square Enix thing, it's Final Fantasy. It can only get worse.
4 was the best Final Fantasy game.
You will argue that point until then.
I will argue that point till I'm dead.
Dude,
Super. We
Have
go
you
the
not-
podcast
have you not
and Lost Legion, and
Have
we're
you not played
leaving,
the
and
DS
he
version?
just someone says, "Oh, Forced," and
this
it
is how
just
I opened up
tripped.
the question. Let me tell you why you're wrong.
I was trying to remember. I think I did play 4 on the DS, and I was like, meh.
It was good. The story is great. It's not as boring as 6.
Oh, 6 is so much fun.
Okay, go back and play 6 now.
It's on the Android.
You'll want to gouge your eyes out when you get to the first dungeon.
Actually, it's on Android, so I'm just going to buy it right now. Anyways,
why I
so
play
is
Kingdom
that all for you today, Tim? Is that all?
No, speaking of
something else.
Gunblades, it reminded me of something else. Okay. Just because the character Squall was on this, I finally checked out saltybet.com. Have you checked that
Such
out?
a good website.
So, like, they take Mugen. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the fighting game where they just drop in sprites, and then
It's awesome.
it just... Yeah, I finally checked that out last night.
It's
pretty
fun.
awesome.
I do it when I'm just cruising the internet. Especially, I always, throw my bets on, what was it, a Ken gang? It's like four Kens stacked on top of each other, and they've got like a 2 or 3 second delay each, and they just wreck shop. It's so good.
Yeah, I'd heard about it, but I never checked it out
No,
until
it's
last
funny.
night. It's pretty good. It's good to have just running in the background, just going.
Yeah, it is.
I'll have to check it out. What are you doing?
I am licking my phone because it's Final Fantasy 6. No, it's Final Fantasy 3 in America.
Final Fantasy 6 is a good game, but it's just,
And this is why we're concerned about you. Anyway,
it's not. I mean, I do happen to own at least 4 different copies of Final Fantasy 4, but I digress.
Man,
So-
I need to get some people in here and have a Final Fantasy discussion that is worthless but amazing. Anyways, Steve, what are you doing?
I've been doing actually a lot of things lately. First of all, I've been collaborating with my fiance and planning a wedding. We got the caterer lined up and the cake, and it's going to be amazing.
Now you be like, you do the work, woman. I'm going to be outside lifting bricks.
Actually, no, I haven't been working that much lately because of the weather.
What? It's fine out.
Oh, yeah, because I want to go outside when it's like 9 degrees. I'll be like, man. And by the time I reach over with my trowel to get my mortar, it's already solid.
Oh, well, then your hand gets stuck and just breaks off.
It just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I picked up the Humble Bundle a couple days ago. For $6, I got the entire Arma 2 collection.
Bam. No,
Bam and DayZ.
Yeah. Did you get the Commander yet? DayZ Commander?
No.
Justin, I'll tell you about that. Okay. There's actually a thing. Have you booted up DayZ yet?
Not yet.
there's like a thing that makes it run smoothly called the Commander. It just makes everything work.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, really? You gotta get a new computer, dude.
Well, I haven't been able to boot it up recently because I've been just so busy. I mean,
yeah.
I helped a friend move today, and that was my good deed for the thing.
Done for the month.
Steve's good deed for the week.
No, I do a good turn daily, so I'm a Boy Scout.
No, it's just they reminded me of Ian. That'd be a funny name for like his kid. Good Turn Daily. Sorry. Anyways,
Anyway,
his last name's Daily.
I finished Metro last night on hard mode, which was insane.
Did you have fun?
No, I actually didn't have fun, but I finished it.
Okay.
Because there's a discrepancy with Radeon cards with the game because it's built for NVIDIA where it has slowdown and a lot of lag in certain parts. Because I mean, I'll load up Borderlands too, and it'll run flawlessly. And all of a sudden, there's this part where I have to keep using the shotgun because I feel like I'm playing Counter-Strike 2 again, where it gets really laggy. So you anticipate where someone's going to be, and you pull the trigger for the shotgun, and then they die, and you kind of stutter over to the next dude. Nice. It was awful. Anyway, so I finished that just because and BioShock Infinite, I played through that again recently because that game is.
Did you download the free game of the early part of the month? Sleeping Dogs.
Nope.
You can still do it.
Oh,
I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't have the capacity on my memory stick.
No, you just buy it.
If you just buy it, you can always download. As long as you're a gold member.
I canceled my Xbox Live subscription because I never use it.
Failure.
I'm not a failure. The only thing I use the Xbox for nowadays is watching Netflix and Hulu. Because all of my friends that play video games don't play video games on Xbox right now.
Well,
Anyway, so
I'm always asleep, so.
I know. Back to what I've been doing lately. I read the new issue of New Guardians, and it's super good.
Okay.
Well, it's taking Kyle in a really interesting way, where the Guardians, it feels like they're preparing him for something crazy. I was unhappy with where Green Lantern is going, because St. Walker lost hope. It made me sad. I'm still dealing with issues.
Yeah, I knew you would.
I'm glad I didn't buy that book.
I knew when I told you you'd be angry.
I went online and I saw it. I was like, oh my god. So, after I dealt with that anger issue, I reread Invincible Volume 1, because after I found it, and I have to return it to Nate, but it's such a good comic.
Yeah, it is.
If we ever get the pull list established, I'm going to put that on my pull list, because it's way good. But, let's see, after that, I finished all the levels in Plants vs. Zombies 2, because that game is amazingly fun. Stacy beat it before I did, because I was playing Injustice Gods Among Us.
Which is awesome.
Hey, I unlocked Zod, so I'm happy.
Has anyone here
I didn't get them.
Dude, Zod crushes people.
Has anyone here played that on either PC or... They have a next gen, or current gen, like PS4 or Xbox One version, right?
Of what?
Injustice.
Yes.
Is it out?
Yes, it is.
The Ultimate Edition, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so it has all the DLC. Mm-hmm. I was just wondering because how much better it looks.
I haven't seen it, but I know it exists.
There's only 2 people on this podcast that actually
have a next gen system.
No, next gen.
Current
systems.
gen now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, current gen.
And one of them.
Thank you, Tim, for the correction.
And the only person on this podcast that owns a PS4 isn't here, so. And I haven't rented or purchased a game in a while. Actually, I still have Assassin's Creed from like a month and a half ago.
Yeah. So, aside from that, I've been playing. I haven't really touched my consoles lately. I've been going back. I've been updating a lot on Pillars of Eternity, the new ISO game from Obsidian, and that's going to be really good. I confirmed my backer status. I was one of the original, like the first 200 people to get in on the backing that game. And it's kind of neat. I get all kinds of stuff. I mean, I only kicked in $25 because that's all I could afford at the time. But one of the cool things I get for being an early backer is I get a cookbook. It's an e-cookbook, and it's all the recipes are inspired by fantasy video games and like D&D and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited actually. So the game's coming out this year. I'm going to get a free... The moment it comes out, because I link my Steam account to it, I get a free copy off of Steam immediately. And, it works out pretty well. That's pretty funny. Anyway, aside from that, I did some more character art. We've been playing a game over the interwebs with my friend Jimmy, who's in Texas, over rolld20.net, which is a great site for hosting online games. If the GM gets really intricate with the way that the game's set up, you can set up things like dynamic lighting. So when I click on my character icon, it'll show where I can see depending on the shadows and the lighting. There's a fog of war. I mean, it's just a really interesting thing. I've got everything set up from my PDF character sheet that all I got to do is click a button and it'll roll dice and do damage calculations and everything for me. We're playing a diesel punk game for Pathfinder where I'm playing a Warforged brawler. So I just wade into combat punching stuff. Has a diesel punk robot man. It's the greatest thing ever.
Diesel punk robot man.
Yeah, his name's Stoic. So it's pretty good. And that's every Sunday. I do that every Sunday. But
So, tell me your character. Is he someone that kind of wilds out and is very expressive?
no,
I was just curious.
he's actually one of the more quiet characters I've ever played.
Would you say he is solemn?
His name is Stoic.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you said that. Oh, my bad.
Yeah. My friend Brandon is
I
playing
got
a barbarian that uses a Gatling gun. And when it runs out of bullets, he hits people with it.
Now, does he actually look like the quote-unquote barbarian style, or does he make more sense?
He's an orc. So he looks like an orc GI that uses a Gatling gun.
Yeah, it makes more sense. I just didn't want it like giant guy in a loincloth.
No. He's got a military uniform. He carries a... and
Makes more sense.
when he got the gun out of the armory, he
With a
was
little
like,
glove.
time to let old penis out of the bag. And like pulls the thing out and we were like, woo, reference the Predator.
Wow.
And
That made some
my friend Trey plays a German, a Nazi defector that's an alchemist. And my friend Dave plays an engineer type that is trying to be Iron Man. It's pretty cool.
So there are orcs and Nazis in this world?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah. Orcs come from Africa. It's pretty cool.
That's
Hey, now.
racist.
No, we're just...
Seriously, orcs come from... Yeah, I'm done. Orcs come from Africa.
Yeah, well, the elves are also part of Nazi Germany, so... And the dwarves are part of Russia.
Great. Now I have to do a whole HR campaign about orcs are people too. Don't be racist.
Well, that is kind of true.
You better get on that HR campaign, sir.
I gotta do the video. It's scheduled to shoot tomorrow. I'm not gonna say who's playing the orc, but she is not an attractive woman. Let me tell you.
Anyway, aside from that, I've been keeping up with the Warlords of Draenor expansion, playing lots of World of Warcraft. I've been solo raiding Old War because I can. So, yeah. It's good.
Warcraft.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, stuff that used to take 10 to 25 people, I'm doing by myself.
That... You're better than what I'm doing.
Marqees, what are you doing?
Sleeping.
Sleeping a
Enough
lot.
said.
Sleeping a lot. Well, you know what? I worked a really long shift today, so...
Yeah, you did.
I
I went to your house and I was like... And I knocked on... Because you weren't answering your phone and I knocked on the door and your sister was like, he's at the hotel. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I cranked a 12-hour today. It was not fun. But I'm here, so awesome. I read Superior Spider-Man number 25, which is a very good book.
It's going to be even better when Peter Parker comes back.
Yeah, it's Peter.
Superior?
I think so. Dan Slott's killing Spider-Man. He writes any Spider-Man, whether it's Amazing Spider-Man or Superior Spider-Man, he kills it. And with his partner Humberto Ramos, him and Ramos get it done. The art's fantastic. I'm super excited about Peter coming back.
Yeah, because then you can actually have a Spider-Man book with Spider-Man in it.
Yeah, and I can finally stop arguing the point that Superior Spider-Man is Spider-Man. We've had that argument for days. Eli's like, no, he's not Spider-Man.
You talk to the guy that runs Lost Legion, he's like, that's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
But
I
he
thought
is Peter
Spider-Man was
Parker.
Ben Riley.
Huh?
Yeah.
I thought Spider-Man was Ben Riley. Am I coming to this podcast late?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Ben Riley.
Tim, you get a high five for the laptop.
Um,
Oh, that was good. You were like, did I come to this podcast late? You looked so serious. It was good.
that was awesome. I read Ultimate Comics Cataclysm, Ultimate Comics X-Men Cataclysm number 3, concluding that mini up. They're finishing up their Cataclysm run. It was a pretty good story involving the X-Men. It was a Rogue Center story, so she's getting over her drama.
She always has drama.
Yeah, and especially Ultimate Rogue. She's always whining and complaining about stuff. Oh, so nobody can touch me. I'm not in my life. Shut up.
Emo.
It's like that's why when I was watching online today, the Pete Holmes show. He's got the bit called X-Men, where he's firing the X-Men.
That's such a great bit.
Yeah, I've seen some
and
of that.
so I watched the one where he fired Rogue.
The Wolverine bit makes me laugh a lot. Or when he makes fun of Angel, he's like, "You're just a bird."
Yeah, he's just a bird. Just
Look, I can fly really fast.
You know how many X-Men can do fly and do other things? Oh, it's hilarious.
He's like, "Do you prefer?" Let me ask you one question. Do you prefer your bird seed in the shape of a bell, or in one of those little balls so the squirrels can't get at it?
Oh,
It's hilarious, and I watched the one where he fired Rogue, and it was like, it made valid points. It's like you're a life draining leech. Insurance is through the roof. I can't have you around here.
she keeps touching the children.
It's like I can't have you walk around because you forget to touch people. Oh, come kiss me under the country with my honey lips. Oh, it's hilarious. But anyway, so yeah, Rogue's got her baby mama. Well, you know, I'm not country, so there you go.
She's not country. She's from the South. It's different.
Yeah, it's from her honey lips. Anyway,
just kind of that's gonna give me nightmares, Marqees.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll be like sleeping and be like, oh, and I'll hear that. I'll be like, no, no.
Good. What else have I
All right. That was dark.
I'm good though. I'm causing people nightmares. I'll make sure to see what happens when I'm tired.
She's like, I am so sleepy, I'm going into your dreams.
I'm going in your dreams to torment you.
Oh, that's not cool.
Marquise turned into Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
That's also kind of creepy.
yeah, it's kind of creepy.
I saw a picture on the internet where it has Mr. Rogers putting on his coat, and someone photoshopped in Freddy Krueger's arm, so it looks like he's putting on a Freddy Krueger suit. It was really weird.
I read My Avengers number 5, which also got Superior Spider-Man in it. He got beat up by Luke Cage and She-Hulk and
Everybody.
and Jessica Jones.
Well, they're all like, "You're not really Spider-Man."
Well, he tried to take over their little Avengers team. He tried to take over, and it was funny. He was telling Luke Cage, "You know, you guys can be my superior Avengers," and they're completely ignoring him. They're putting a baby in a cab with a friend, and okay, now we can deal with this. And Jessica Jones just comes up and cold cocks. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Oh, snap!
Now, you know what's funny about that? Jessica Jones used to have the biggest crush on Peter Parker.
Well, they don't know he's Peter Parker.
They don't know that he's not Peter Parker.
The Doctor Strange spell is still active.
Wait, what?
The retcon.
I thought...
After remember,
they undid Brand New Day.
Yeah.
And then put a spell on, but then the spell didn't that go away?
Doctor Strange has a spell on Peter.
Where
no one remembers he unmasked and everything, but no one remembers that he unmasked because that was part of the spell.
It was dumb.
Now, when he reveals to them, when they figure it out or he reveals it to them, they'll remember everything.
Oh, that's very complicated.
Yeah, it's highly complicated.
And highly dumb.
Because Carly figured it out and he was like, Doctor Strange, could you put the spell on again? He's like, no, she figured it out. That's the point of the spell, but
it's a game, Peter. It's a game.
I haven't watched much TV. I know Arrow just came out. I have to get on that.
That was good.
I've been watching a lot of riff tracks lately.
Jeez.
But
To what movies?
To what movies? Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
I watched the one for Starship Troopers, which was hilarious. I watched the one with that guy with the glasses, the Batman Forever one. That was pretty good. I watched a ton of them. Independence Day.
Man, I've just been watching Justice League Unlimited.
I've been watching Young Justice. I've been going back and running through the Young Justice.
I miss Green Lantern. I really do. Those Young Justice and Green Lantern had such potential, and then they canceled them for 2 shows that are already awful.
Yeah, well, Well, one of them got canceled already, so there's one show that's awful.
Oh yeah, Beware the Batman got canceled.
Yes.
It was an
Beware the
awful show.
Batman. Oh, did it?
Or should I say, Batman fights his D string. He's like, you know those villains that no one's heard of, or you might be too old to remember, or too young to remember, if that matter. Oh yeah, we'll fight those guys.
That's the list of some of the ones I've been watching.
Okay.
It's dumb.
Yeah. I watched Cool as Ice, which was hilarious. Cool as Ice was hilarious. That movie's so dumb. The Avengers one was good. I can't wait for the new one. They just finished a new one. They did Wizard of Oz. So, but I love riff tracks. Those guys are amazing.
I watched Batman and Robin with the riff tracks.
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yep.
That was it. But been doing a lot of that. Wrote a review for the website of Ultimate Spider-Man Cataclysm #3. It's up now. Go read it. It was a good book. Very sad that one was. Miles Morales finally revealed himself to his dad that he's Spider-Man.
And his dad totally walked away.
And his dad totally freaked out. And he even hit him with his cane. And just because so much emotion, with his mom's dying and his brother dying, it kind of hit him really hard. Cool. But Miles, him and again basically the all new Ultimates went full hero mode. Him and Spider-Woman and Cloak and Dagger and Bombshell, they saved the plane full of people crashed, which happened to house J. Jonah Jameson. Which he told him he promised him he'd change their life forever. J. Jonah Jameson, because what happened with Spider-Man with Peter Parker, and when he found out Peter Parker was Spider-Man, it wrecked him. And now that he got saved by another Spider-Man, another bunch of young heroes giving their life to save people, he's really trying to make it known out there that these kids are doing good stuff out there.
Ultimate Peter Parker went down like a champ.
He went down like a boss.
See, that's what I expect for people like Peter Parker. There's how important they are. Like when they go down hard. But Peter Parker, when Doc Ock took over, kind of went out.
It was kind of lame.
He went out kind of quiet.
When Ultimate Peter Parker went down, he went down from a gunshot from Captain America, saving Captain America's life from assassination, webbing himself up, going to fight the Sinister Six, beating the Sinister Six, saving everyone, and then dying. I was like, yeah.
So he got shot, went and beat up the Sinister Six, and then went somewhere and just died.
And finally succumbed to his wounds.
He succumbed to his
After
wounds.
defeating the Sinister Six.
He was going to. Punisher. There was the Ultimates and the New Ultimates War, and Punisher was going to assassinate Captain America. And he took the bullet for him. No one knew he took the bullet for him until later. He was getting ready to go to the hospital and reveal himself and make it over, and he saw the Sinister Six flying away. He was like, "Crap!" He webs himself up. He follows them. The Sinister Six come to his house. They know who he is now. They go to his house. The wreck face. No one's home, but Human Torch and Iceman, they were staying with him. These guys are totally lame. They get rocked.
What, like Ultimate Iceman?
Ultimate Iceman, Ultimate Torch, they just get lame.
Most of the Ultimate characters aren't as cool as they should be. I'm sorry.
So Peter shows up. He's like, okay.
Let's write them in a new direction that makes them completely awful.
Yeah. Yes. So Peter shows up and he completely wrecks house. He beats all 6 of the Sinister Six. Kraven, Sandman, Electro, Vulture. With a gunshot wound, being half coherent, he's losing mad blood. And he saved Mary Jane like 3 times. He saved Aunt May like 3 times. And in the end, he died in Aunt May's arms. It was sad. It was awesome though. I mean, the last splash was him walking into the light with Uncle Ben.
Nice.
How appropriate.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I was doing, reading comics.
Good. Did they go make a race?
You know how to ruin a good moment. You just do.
We had a decent moment.
No, at weddings you throw rice. Uncle Ben's
you were making an Uncle... Yeah, I know. An Uncle Ben's rice joke. We know.
Giggity, giggity. All right.
Can you just go back to the bathroom?
No, I could, but man.
Nathan, what have you been doing?
What have you been doing, Nate?
Spending time in the bathroom. Well, let's see.
The whole week.
No, I bought You're Next on Blu-ray. That's a great horror film for fans of slashers, like, say, Scream, which, it pokes fun at...
Sell it to me.
Okay, do you remember Scream?
Yeah.
All right, what was the whole premise of that? It made fun of slasher films while also making one of the best slasher films at that time. All right. This movie pokes fun at that genre along with Home Invasion and doesn't do it in like a satirical way, really, but just in the we're going to be honest and upfront with people kind of way. The writing is great. It's about a family celebrating the anniversary of the mother and father, and it's like 4 siblings. I think.
Is that the one where the arrow comes through the window and kills the person standing up at Thanksgiving?
Yep. Okay. But it's not actually Thanksgiving. It's just the family get together.
Okay.
So they have this huge house they're renovating, and suddenly crazy people with masks on that look like animals invade the house and are killing people left and right in horrible ways. Here's the kicker, though. Just like any good horror film, there is one person that fights back and does a good job. And it's actually one of the characters, one of the brothers, the siblings, brought as what was it? She was his teaching assistant, former student that he's sleeping with. She's actually an actress. I believe she was in Step Up 3D. Mm-hmm. So she is in amazing shape, and she's Australian, so they let her be Australian in this film. They said, yeah, we'll just let her be Australian. She doesn't have to do a fake accent. And when she was, her character was living in Australia, her parents were survivalists, so she has that mean streak in her. So it's really her trying to save everyone from the invaders, and she's willing to kill people.
Okay, so it's like, sounds pretty cool.
It's awesome. Plus, the comedy is amazing because the brothers are fighting, the siblings, are fighting, and
wait. You say comedy?
They tell these. There's one brother in particular who's a real jerk, but he's hilarious because he has a really dry and sardonic sense of humor and delivery about him. But he does such a great job, and you just hear them bickering back and forth. Even when some of the big surprises are revealed later about their family, you just look at it, you laugh, and then someone gets hit with something hard and blood goes everywhere. Great murders in it if you're into that sort of thing.
Is it kind of like Cabin in the Woods? Quality?
That's what I was going to ask.
It kind of has that feel at times.
That movie makes me laugh a lot.
I'll tell you, there's one thing where they set up traps, and you're
You mean like Home Alone style traps with buckets on strings?
Home Alone was a dangerous movie.
Yeah, actually, there was just one. There was one string. They set up piano wire in a doorway leading outside. So the arrows are coming in. They're all freaked out. There's no gunshots, so people aren't going to come and save them because gunshots would echo out where they are. They're out in the woods, by the way. No, just the piano wire, and someone runs, hits it head on, throat on, falls down. It's like. What's funny though is it's the runner of the group. I'll just spoil it. It's the sister, and she's like, "I'm a great runner. I can run and I can make it out there before they shot me, and it's gonna be so great and blah 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 blah. I can do this. I'm strong." And everyone's like, "Yeah, you can do this. You can do this."
And she runs out.
She's dying now. So so it's that dark gallows humor, but it's so great. So, anyways, your next fun slasher film, if you're into that. Then let's see what else. Been watching a lot of TV. Arrow's been great, and I'm going to ruin one little thing, but we knew it was coming in this episode. And me saying this is going to make you just go skeet skeet. I can say that. Guess who's wearing their mask?
Arrow?
Deathstroke the Terminator.
Bam! Full costume!
Nice.
And it's better than you'd think.
It looks more like the comic book.
I'm still not sure how I feel about Deathstroke being like superpowered.
Well, the idea is
technically in the comic books, he technically is. He's technically Captain America in the comic books.
He's super soldier. Yeah.
Have you read Identity Crisis?
Yes.
Dude, he rocked the Justice League.
That was awesome.
He took your favorite Green Lantern, Kyle.
Yeah.
And he outwilled him.
Well, he broke his fingers, so he couldn't concentrate. That was actually way sweet.
Yeah, in this...
So I'm still trying to wrap my head around how he got through the personal force field generated by the ring.
Maybe he... I don't know.
He's Deathstroke the Terminator.
In this, though...
Maybe it's just for pure awesomeness, how he just disabled the entire Justice League because he's like, I want to test out a theory on beating the Flash.
He is so brutal in this and so merciless. I love it. I love watching him perform in that because the guy they have doing it was Manu Bennett, I think is his name. He was in Spartacus on Stars. He does such a good job.
He's a big Australian brick.
He is a brick house.
He will crush people.
He could crush, what was it, the dude from, was it Stephen Amell that plays the Arrow? He could crush him in a heartbeat. And you learn some new things in that episode, but for the most part I was kind of bored with it until that particular moment. It's a filler episode, but in the last 5 minutes, 3 things maybe happen that make you go, oh my gosh, I can't wait for the next episode. What I just mentioned was one. I'm not going to ruin the rest. Oh, so good. And it's a fantastic show.
I'm still hoping hold account for Solomon Grundy.
Dude, maybe. I mean, with the...
They hinted at Cyrus Gold.
They keep talking about it, and they were talking about the fairy tale, like the rhyme, the nursery rhyme about it, and they were like, oh, Cyrus Gold. And I was like, wait a second. That guy's Solomon Grundy. But he didn't die in the swamp and become a...
He died. He died in. He
didn't essentially become
he died in a bunch of those chemicals.
He had green stuff splashed on his face. I was like,
maybe. We don't know.
He was all hopped up on like super soldier serum.
We don't know where they buried him yet either.
They probably buried him in the rubble. They probably just left his body in the rubble of that wall. They were like, yeah.
Well, they probably assumed he was dead.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's dead.
He was part of an explosion covered in chemicals. He's
but
dead.
it is a really good show. I'm super psyched because they're definitely hitting at Nightwing stopping by.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I'm not sure what I feel about Brother Blood with his scarecrow mask.
Just watch. Just watch.
If Nightwing comes to town and they do, if CML is the Green Arrow for Justice League,
I hope he is.
That ties in the universe perfectly.
They won't do that. That's too smart and awesome.
Yeah,
DC's like smart and awesome TV. We got that, but
that's why
movies we don't got
that's
that.
That's why they had to delay Justice League. I mean, Batman, Superman,
the Batman, Superman,
till
Justice
2016.
League
well, they say I've heard rumors that
2016 now.
Yeah, I heard rumors they're actually filming Justice League while filming Batman versus Superman, so it all ties in. And
they're just filming, but really what they're doing is they're just filming one movie, and
they're cutting out.
So check this out:
Lord of the Rings.
They have their Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah.
Now, Wonder Woman is one of the DC big three. Gal Gadot, she is the Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She's getting paid $300,000 per movie. That's it.
That's it.
She's one of the big three.
Yeah, but she's also only been in a couple films. But those movies made like hundreds of millions. In fact, didn't Fast 6 make like almost $1 billion worldwide?
Mm-hmm.
So she's not considered a main name. But I think the thing is, maybe down the road, you know, she'll have a
They only signed her for
merch
2 movies.
deal
So.
or 2 movies,
3 movies.
3 movies,
And Batman, Superman, and Justice League will count probably as 2 of those 3 movies.
You think they're going to do Martian Manhunter?
No, they'll do Cyborg. Because Cyborg's more relevant.
Yeah, Cyborg.
I'd rather have Cyborg. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to lie.
They'll do Cyborg because
Well, that's true. And Martian Manhunter does have too much similarities with other superheroes.
And they'll push Aquaman because
Aquaman's awesome.
Jeff Johns said Aquaman's getting a really big push. And spoiler alert, Justice League War came out this week, and there was a teaser for Aquaman at the end credits of Justice League War.
Justice League War.
Justice League
is
War.
that the animated movie?
Yeah,
No, that's not out yet.
Yes, they're reviewing it already. Are you talking about comic book cast?
No, it's on. It's the 4th. They may have early copies.
They may have early copies then, which we need to start doing so we can get early copies of junk. Anyway, there's a and then in the show I can spoil it because you guys are going to watch it anyway.
I'm pre-ordering it. Like, seriously, I'm getting it.
I know. So
we gonna spoil it like everything else? Like everything else?
What do you look like, Eli?
Dude, it's going. If you go online, you're gonna find.
So when Desmond dies, like, oh,
yes, I ruined that Desmond died in Assassin's Creed 3. I'm sorry. Assassin's Creed 3 has been out forever. If you haven't played it, that's your fault.
Friend, I didn't ruin the ending of L.A. Noire for my friend Dave. I just told him, I was like, yeah, Jack is a much more fun character to play as than boring old cardboard cutout lame-o character that you start the game with. And that doesn't really reveal anything about the ending. It just means you take a small excerpt as a better, more interesting character that makes it feel like a real noir. And he apparently thinks I ruined the game, and I didn't say anything about, how the game ends.
Still upset, though.
Yeah, well, that game wasn't that good anyway.
No. It's not like it's Red Dead.
But, there's been a lot of news.
I was wanting it to be Red Dead.
There's been a lot of comic movie news and stuff, like that the Red Skull might be in Captain America 2.
Really? It's not going to be Hugo Weaving.
It's not going to be Hugo Weaving.
Was I done?
Oh, you done? I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I just went on some tangents.
We just went on some major tangents, and I just fell into it. I'm sorry.
But what I was also going to say, because we talked about Arrow for a while, but watch wrestling, because I like to watch wrestling. That's one of my favorite things. And let me tell you something. Raw was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
What?
It was not that great. See, here's the thing. They have all these great feuds going on. They've got, Daniel Bryan being awesome, which, if you didn't watch the end of Raw of last week, you're doing yourself a disservice. I'll be honest.
This was just awesome. The slow yes chant, and he had the crowd going with him, was brilliant. I got chills, because it was like,
really.
He was controlling, he had the crowd on control. He was just like,
yes.
And they were like, yes. And it just built. I'm like,
we're talking about, 5,000 people? In there?
Where was it? It was more than 5,000 people.
Okay, so we're talking about over 5,000 people all chanting yes and pointing their fingers up in the air at the same time as the good guy is about to kick the bad guy in the face with it. Well, hit him in the knee anyways, a running knee. And it was awesome. And then afterwards, after he beats the crap out of him for a minute, music's playing, dude's on top of the cage because it was a steel cage match. And, everyone's going, yes. And I was like, this is amazing. What happened? Do you remember, Marqees? You heard the news about Daniel Bryan.
He's
concussion town. He got a concussion.
He's clear though.
I know he's clear, but doesn't remember the last few minutes of that match, or being on the cage, or pointing up, or anything else. And there's actually a guy down below that was out of sight, and after the cameras are off, and he's like, just keep doing this. He's like, what? Where am I? Let's go. Yes, okay. But he was just out. I don't know what happened to him exactly, but I guess it was worse. It might have been one of those where it's short term, really bad in that short term, and then fine. Or he's just going to gamble it and do it all at the Royal Rumble and nearly die. Batista came back, which was cool. So that was a good start. But
he looks pretty good.
He's thinner than he used to be. He's more toned and ripped because
he's doing the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu.
Right. So he's not just pure muscle mass like a bodybuilder. He's actually in MMA fighting shape. So
cool.
He's going to be there at the Royal Rumble on Sunday. Let's see. Brock Lesnar's going to be there. He's going to fight Big Show. And the reason they're bringing all these big guys back is because WrestleMania 30 is coming up. And I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to be watching it on the WWE Network. Yeah, buddy. And then it actually is leading up to big things. Will Undertaker be there? I don't know. He should be. Hulk Hogan might be there at WrestleMania.
Sting might be there.
Sting might be there. We're talking ultimate wrestling fantasy
Sting
going on.
shows up at WrestleMania. Sting Taker. I will throw money at it to watch it. I will throw money.
You literally will just be like, Vince, take my money.
Take your money, Vince.
And honestly, it looks...
Take my monies, please.
But this, I think, Royal Rumble might be interesting. I don't know if it actually will be. You got the Shield in there, and they're all really good these days.
I think the Rumble's going to come down to Roman Reigns versus Batista.
Who would you want to win?
I want Batista to win because I want Batista versus Brock Lesnar at Mania.
They're both...
I want to see the two MMA fighters go at it. Why not?
So you think that Lesnar's going to win the title between now and then?
Oh, yeah.
That would make a good pay-per-view main event, and then they could have John Cena just do anything else.
Yeah, John Cena can heel foil with Randy Orton forever because he's his daddy.
Well, they are talking about having a bad guy in, a legend bad guy in Orton's corner, and Hulk Hogan in Cena's corner. For a match, but
that'd be cute. Have Cowboy Bob Orton come back and they just be, hey, remember the old days when we actually used to be relevant?
Yeah.
I don't remember when Cowboy Bob Orton was ever relevant, but
he was relevant. He's relevant actually in WrestleMania 3 with Hulk Hogan. He played a nice part in that. I had that on DVD. VHS.
I don't know if you remember, but his gimmick for like 2 years, he had a cast on his hand.
He still, when he comes to WWE, when he's in Randy's corner, he wears the cast. They put a cast on him.
They're like, they would talk about it years later when Randy Orton debuted. They're like, so your dad, how's that hand? He was in a cast for 2 years. Is his hand made of jelly? No. Anyways, yeah, wrestling, I'm getting pumped for that. Movie-wise, nothing really amazing on the horizon. I do want to see I, Frankenstein.
Oscar season's coming up.
It's Lynn Wiseman, Underworld guy.
Frankenstein.
It's just going to be another.
It's going to be Van Helsing all over again.
No, I think it's
gonna be
I
Van
think it's
Helsing.
going to be. I think it's going to be
Van
like.
Helsing with...
It's going to be the next Underworld series.
It's going to be Van Helsing with Two-Face.
Aaron Eckhart is actually a better actor than Hugh Jackman was in that film. So I think
Hugh Jackman filmed that one in because
Yvonne Stravinsky's in it though, so she's.
I'm actually looking forward to
Yeah.
aside from I'm not really looking forward to I, Frankenstein, but I'm looking forward to 300, the new 300 film.
March.
Yep.
I'm looking for the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah,
That too.
James Gunn is directing that.
That's like August though, and we got Captain America 2 coming up.
Winter Soldier's gonna be so good.
I thought it was August.
No, Guardians comes out earlier than that.
No, it was originally in October, and then it got pushed up.
Yeah,
But I think it's August. But the Winter Soldier is April, which I thought was kind of early for this. But I guess they're not really banking on it like they did Iron Man 3, so which I understand.
Iron Man 3, it made a lot of money, but the movie wasn't that good.
I didn't like that one at all.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun.
No.
It was
stop. You like regular man doing things. Iron Man was not in that movie. It was regular man, Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Arnold trailer for that movie yet? Watch the Arnold trailer for that movie.
funny.
No, I guarantee they're going to just point on stuff.
Watch regular man Nancy. He does regular man things.
You know what I
Yeah.
would like to see personally? I would just like to see Jurassic Park 4.
Jurassic World.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Well, that's 2015, right?
Yes.
Everything is coming out 2015.
No, that's why.
That's why Warner
Batman.
Brothers like maybe we'll save our movies till 2016
They gotta
because
get out of the
Because
way.
Star Wars is going to
let's
crush
face it,
everything that year.
because
Oh yeah, I forgot Star Wars. Jeez.
Because
Yeah.
with Age of Ultron and Star Wars coming out the same year, Marvel's and Disney's going to beat us up. Let's just wait for Disney to get their stuff
Pretty
out the
much.
way.
Because
What-
people are going to go Batman, Superman, what? And
What,
be like,
why are they fighting each other? I don't get it.
in this movie? Do we get to see Bane?
I don't know. Where are the drugs? Swear to me.
I think Lex Luthor is going to be in it. And he's going to be like,
They want Joaquin Phoenix so far. He's the front runner for Lex Luthor.
because
really?
all I want to see is someone with that split lip.
Joaquin Phoenix and Bryan Cranston are
Dude, that is brutal.
leads for.
that is, Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor.
I just want that.
I want Rosenbaum. He was probably
Yeah.
Stan Lee said that's his Lex Luthor.
They need
When
to
Stan-
they need to go back to they need to grab a shovel and dig up Gene Hackman.
He's still alive.
No, I mean like dig him out of retirement and
Oh,
duh.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It was obvious.
Yeah, I'm so
All
glad
right.
you went to the dark places. Freak show.
That was first. He's dig up. Anyways,
I'm waiting for Veronica Mars movie, which I'm going to Columbus to see that. My sister and I are going
what's
to.
wrong with you people?
Because Veronica Mars was a very good show for the first two seasons. Season 3 jumped the shark because it went to CW.
Yeah.
But the first two seasons were amazing. And the
You know what movie I'm waiting for? Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies.
That's already out.
It's already out.
Yeah, I know.
We got to riff that movie.
I know. I'm so
Yeah.
bad.
We had to riff that movie and put it. We have to because
That means we're gonna have to watch it like 5 times so we can. Go over the joke.
that's fine. That is
You guys
fine.
are
It's so
killing it.
I'm
awful.
excited.
This is our hometown, folks.
And the Smooth Theater wouldn't do a screening of it because it's not family friendly.
And it's probably absolutely terrible because it looks absolutely terrible.
But you know what?
My friend worked on it though, and so we need to get her in here and do the podcast.
What friend?
My friend Mindy, she did makeup.
Okay.
A lot of makeup.
Because we have another friend who I have another person, my friend, probably not your friend, who worked on it for a while, and we kind of can't use her.
Why?
Oh, it's just issues
Okay.
in-house issues. Circuit City in-house issues.
Oh.
Yeah.
That makes no sense because I've never worked there.
Yeah, he understands, and that's why I was in. I'll tell you off air.
I'm so glad I'm part of that inside joke that I'm not a part of.
I don't even know what's going on.
So,
I'm sure he'll
about
tell
that
me,
next
be like,
segment
"Oh,
we were
okay."
trying to open up. Are you done with the what have you been doing that we've been
No.
tangenting, Nate?
No.
You good? Yeah.
You know what? I am going to bury it just because I want to get to movies. Let's go to the top 10.
Okay, so number 1 was Ride Along, starring Kevin Hart, and that made $48.6 million.
America has failed you.
Again.
Why? Because a black man made a stupid movie?
No,
America
because
failed?
Kevin Hart was better than that movie. Ice Cube phoned it in. It could have been better. They didn't care. It was a paycheck.
Did you watch it?
No, I just read every
you don't know
review.
yet.
Every review.
Anyway,
As a reviewer, you should know better because your taste may differ from somebody else's review. That's why you don't read everyone else's reviews first.
No,
you watch it first.
I
and
actually
then
have a
review it.
reviewer that I trust with most of my stuff. Jeremy Johns is pretty good. If he doesn't like it, I usually don't.
Well, it made number 1.
Yeah, sadly.
It's going to be number 1. It's again. I'm going to play the race card. It's black people. Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. It's going to be number 1 for a while.
And it was Martin Luther King weekend, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there. No, it's just straight up. That's what it was. That's why it came out that weekend.
He's absolutely right. That was a well played by Ice Cube. Mm-hmm. He produced the movie.
Good job, Ice Cube. Good job.
Number 2 was Lone Survivor. We'll star in Mark Wahlberg, and that was $25.9 million.
I heard that movie was actually kind of good.
I heard the movie was very good, actually.
I heard it's relatively patriotic.
Of course, that's one of those America movies.
He just every time the gun goes off, it doesn't sound like an M4. It goes America, 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 America.
Oh, I have the America gun in Saints Row 4.
Oh, I have the America gun.
Is awesome.
That thing is awesome. The American gun in Saints Row 4 is awesome.
Flamethrower rocket launcher.
I'll let you play mine. I have
I say
a
you can't
copy.
play
Oh, have you not played
I'm
that?
still-
No,
I'm still trying to beat it.
I'm starting up 3 right now because I have been off work all week.
Oh, okay.
I say, hey,
Three's
you not
good.
beat 3.
3 is fun. 4 is amazing.
4 just jumps the shark in the
Yeah.
best way ever. Best jump sharking. Shark jumping? There we go.
Yeah.
Jump Shark! New game from the makers of Jump Kick.
Number 3 was The Nut Job.
There you go.
$25.7 million. That's an animated movie.
The what?
The
The
Nut Job.
Yeah, the theme song is, what was it? The South Korean song.
Oh,
Gangnam
Gun
Style?
Style. Yeah.
Yeah, the theme song and like Nut Style or something like weird like that. It's
yeah.
really stupid. Yeah.
Number 4 was Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, and that made $18 million. And that starred Chris Pine.
I do want to watch that.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
No, because Chris Pine has one face. He makes that same face in every movie.
I'm so glad the people at home can
That
see that
plays
face you
on
just
the
made.
podcast.
I'm sorry, but you guys know this stupid. I got my mouth wide open face,
Listen, he was.
Maybe he has that oxygen.
and he's got
deficiency.
He's got one acting style, bland.
You haven't seen him in the classic Lindsay Lohan film, Just My Luck, then. That's all I'm saying.
Someone slap him for watching a Lindsay Lohan film, a current Lindsay Lohan film.
No, it was like 8 years ago. I mean, current.
Number 5 was Frozen with $16 million. That starred Kristen Bell.
I still need to see that movie.
I want to say something about that after
I
the.
heard it's really good.
Number 6.
Very upset about that, by the way. That movie. I'll tell you what in a minute.
Number 6 was American Hustle. Front runner for the Oscar, by the way, in a lot of categories, including Best Actress.
Yeah, I heard that movie was pretty sweet.
And
It
that
was up for
starred
Best
Jennifer
Picture.
Lawrence,
Well, also.
Amy Adams.
It's also for the
I'd
Academy
say
Award of
12 Years
Best
a
Film of
Slave.
all time.
Yeah.
That's a new one.
David R. Russell. He's not going to win the Oscar for that, but
He could try.
Crayon's going to win for Gravity.
Gravity?
Yeah. he's gonna win
Yeah, I
for
hope
Gravity.
so. I like that, man.
But yeah, so number 7 was Devil's Due.
Never heard of that movie.
It's the lady was pregnant with the Antichrist.
You know, Rosemary's Baby, but done as a found footage film.
Yeah,
Bam.
$9.1 million.
Yep.
Really? Well, I saw where they did the prank, like the viral marketing for that, where they had the remote controlled baby carriage that would pop up with like a demon baby and scare the crap out of people.
Which is awesome.
It was awesome.
It was almost as good as the Carrie campaign when they walked into the cafe and the girl freaks out and she's throwing the guy into the wall and people are like, oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Or the same company that
That was
did one of the advertisements. I forget what movie it was, but they staged a murder in an elevator to freak people out.
Yeah.
And there's
That was for Devil, the movie Devil. They staged a murder in the elevator.
M.
Yeah.
Night Shyamalan one.
Wait.
It was okay.
Oh,
Wasn't the
right.
worst.
Shyamalan.
M. Night
He's so bad now. He stopped putting his name on movies.
Because
Yeah.
because he realized that if he puts his name on a movie, people will go watch it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The twist is
This time-
his name was on
What
the
a
movie
twist!
the whole time.
This time, he's ruined the good name of Will Smith with After Earth. He's like, "Hey, Will Smith, you're a capable actor. You carry this movie. I mean, don't carry this movie."
Actually,
What a twist!
What the twist?
yeah,
He was like, this movie called
he still wants to make more.
Avatar:
of
The
this.
Last Airbender.
Will Smith. He wants
What a
to
twist.
make.
He wants to make
trilogy.
more. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Shyamalan wants to make more Airbenders. I'm like, no. You ruined. You couldn't get book 1 right. Book 2 and 3, no.
Nah, it's not happening.
And I can only imagine what Korra would be like.
I have never seen that M. Night Shyamalan movie about The Last Airbender because I know, it's bad.
Oh, it's bad.
It's slow. It's slow and boring.
I took one of my previous significant others to see Lady in the Water, and I regretted that money.
So what do you? Sokka.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they call him. It's Sokka in the TV show, but they call him Sokka in the movie.
Right. So I get confused sometimes because my life.
I hate it when they do
weird.
that, where they're like, what, this great TV show, it's well animated, the voice acting is fantastic, the story is good and compelling. You know what it really needs? A bland, slow, boring, horribly written movie.
Yeah, and also the funny character needs to not be funny, just very emo. And then the let's see,
And Qatar is just.
and all the people that are like Asian and dark skinned,
like those white
most
people.
of them should be turned white. And also the cool scene that we made for the preview where there's like a fleet of boats coming to an air temple, and you see him practicing in the air temple and blowing out wind, and it goes out, and then it hits like the boats
just,
a little bit.
not do that.
Yeah, we're not going to even put that in the movie at all. Just it's not in the movie
That's
because
just-
it's so cool. Like
There was
He was probably in the editing stage. He was like, we don't need to put that in the movie.
We need more scenes of them flying on Appa. We need more scenes flying them on Appa. We don't need action.
We need flying buffalo. We
And-
need flying buffalo
and-
right now.
Where's,
I need 6 more of those.
And I didn't like the whole they have to do the whole kata, the full kata to get the bending. Like in the show, literally, whoosh, fire came out. Whoosh, it was air. There was none of the kata stuff.
there wasn't like a large build.
It wasn't a large build up. Like the Earthbenders took like 20 minutes to move a rock.
In the show, they
In the
stomp
show,
on the ground.
Toph goes, huh, she stomps the ground. Rock comes up.
Well, here's the thing,
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like,
where's the stuff I like in this movie? Where's the scene? It's not in here. And then he pops up every time and goes, "What the twist?"
Yeah, none of the good stuff in the show shows up.
That'd be the best part, where it's like the twist is like he made a movie about it, and then like halfway through the film, you find out you're not actually watching The Last Airbender, and it was the trees that were emitting a gas that caused you to hallucinate. And
When?
And the only person that
When?
survived was some chick in a pool that lived somehow in a clubhouse underneath
and
it.
they decided,
And you get a win for that one. Bam.
they decided to hide out in a bunker and discuss awkward and non-relevant political commentary.
Let's finish this up. Number 8 was
The only thing I could think of doing was just rope it off with yellow string and send the blind girl out.
I'm done. Anyway, number 8 was August, Osage County, which had $8.8 million. That's from the Weinstein Company. I don't even know who was in that.
It's Julia Roberts.
That
Meryl
was the Julius
Streep.
Weiser Meryl Streep movie. Yeah.
Oscar bait.
Oscar
It
bait.
didn't get any Oscars because they suck.
Number 9 was Wolf of Wall Street, which is DiCaprio's another try at an Oscar, which he'll, again fail because McConaughey's going to win.
By the way, my friend was an extra in that, and she's all like, "I met the director, Martin Scorsese, and we talked." I'm like,
And he would be like, "Who are you again?"
"No, she's a beautiful model." So actually, I showed you a picture of my friend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
so yeah,
I met her. Anyway, Wolf of Wall Street
Oh, yeah,
made
you met
$8.3 million.
can't remember.
It's an Oscar contender, but it's not going to win.
I'm telling you, 12 Years a Slave is going to pull it off if they still
The
remember
best
that
picture,
movie.
best picture, best actor. No, best actor's going to go to McConaughey for Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, that's
He's
what I'm
won.
saying.
He's already won the SAG and the Golden Globe. So
Yeah, that was actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I want you to think this is the year where Matthew McConaughey, the guy from Days of Confused,
and Sahara.
I like Sahara. Shut up.
Yeah,
It was fun.
He was also in the Rolling Tenenbaums.
Wins an Oscar. All right, the guy that said,
Hollywood.
"You know what I love about high school seniors? I get older, but they stay the same age."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That guy winning an Oscar. Anyways,
That's
Anyway.
That's amazing. I think it might be one of the signs of the end times.
It is. And number 10, wrapping up the top 10.
Marquees, the resident end time.
Yeah.
Doom Prophet.
Yeah, I'm the resident Doom Prophet.
You're like, the world is coming to an end.
Saving Mr. Banks with Tom Hanks.
Anything with
made
Tom Hanks is a good one.
$4.8 million. Of course, this one got snubbed for the Oscars, actually.
I know. I was
This
kind of surprised.
I know Disney was not happy.
Disney was like, "Did we not pay someone?" Wait.
We will hit you with thunder and lightning.
Did we not
dare cross Disney?
Did we not pay everyone off? Yeah, they actually got was it Chris Hemsworth to dress up like Thor and hit people with an actual hammer because they have that much.
They made the Avengers dress up. They made the guys dress up like you go.
It would have been better if, like, you see they pulled in the Fantasia music, the dun dun dun. And you see like some dude like dressed up as Mickey, like up on this hill, and he's like calling down lightning and thunder, and all of a sudden the Golden Globes explodes into flames.
Then Hollywood Foreign Press is like, oh my goodness, what's going on?
Dun, dun, dun.
It's Wizard Mickey.
And like all these brooms start like walking down the aisles and just start
And he's
beating people
and
half
then
to death with each other.
Wizard Mickey goes, "Rise, Lord Vader," and he's like, "I hear the Darth Vader music come, and Vader
And
comes
everyone
up.
just laughs because it's Hayden Christensen.
I'm Hayden Christensen."
You know, that reminds. Are you done with the top 10?
Yeah.
All right. The I don't know if you heard, but they may reboot Boba Fett.
Good, because his initial origin was awful.
But here's the thing: it's not an actual reboot. There's rumor that
A spin-alone movie? Please.
well, first off, spin-off movie. Yes. Second, Boba Fett isn't the little clone boy. Boba Fett is some guy that found Boba Fett, the clone boy, grown up maybe, killed him and took his armor.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a cool twist.
I'm like, I like that. You can do that in a movie.
Because
I watch it.
I really like the original.
I would
the
dig
original
that
story.
because
The original story of Boba Fett, where he was a peacekeeper on a planet that went vigilante, and instead of putting him to death for killing people, they sent him out into space, and he went crazy.
And they may actually not
Jasper
even
Mario.
give him a real name. He's just like some nameless figure.
He pulls up. He's like Batman in a way, because they're like. So it's like I remember in one of the comics or one of the books they asked him about his face, and he just looks at the guy. He's like, "This is my face."
Oh,
He's like, "Oh snap! It's Boba Fett."
have you
I
seen
have the
the mini? There was IDW did a mini, and it was a very good Boba Fett mini. And it was just like about him and like him just chasing people and like gritty. It made him like he was Batman. It was very good.
Yeah,
I forget the name of the series.
It would be a great. I think it'd be a sweet movie if they were like they would call it like Star Wars Bounty Hunters. If they made a movie and called it Tales of the Bounty Hunters and made a franchise out of different bounty hunters, you know, like Bosk and like Thengar and stuff like that. Just it would be awesome.
I'd be happy if they just said, "Here, Boba Fett the movie." Okay.
I'd be like, rad.
And they're getting some directors for it, and they're directors that have done some of the Marvel movies. So we could be in for something great.
Dude, I'm so psyched that they bought LucasArts. I can't.
Oh, but they let the Star Wars 1313 trademark lapse, so then it might be called something else, or it ceases to exist. We don't know.
The only company that's going to be making Star Wars games for a long time is EA.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
Which is going to be good because DICE was like, we're not going to confirm it specifically, but yeah, we're working on a
that's
new
hot.
Battlefront
That's
game.
so hot.
Yeah,
And I was like, I need to upgrade my computer for this.
I'm gonna get on Xbox
Battlefront
One.
4 is going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Because I was like, so it's like my
Wait,
friend.
it's 3, isn't it?
Are they on 3 or
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, they're using the new DICE engine, and I was like, you know what's good? New Frostbite, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I was like, playing as the droid army is good because they die real quick, but they're fun. And then when you get a hero unit, you become General Grievous, and you just become this dervish of doom, and you just
Which would be awesome. So good. It's not so hard. It's not hard to make that game and make it good, but
because they already make good Battlefield games, and you just go, "Hey, Battlefield, I'm going to slap a Star Wars coat of paint on you and make a majillion more dollars."
I already have some
Because all you got to do is add
goosebumps with that. So
all you got to do is add space combat, and all those people that used to love X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, boom.
And that's why a lot of people bought the new Call of Duty, because the new Call of Duty as aliens now. It is not zombies.
Yeah.
The horde mode is aliens, and it's like,
Is it extinction mode? Is that what they
Yeah.
call it? Yeah. It looks pretty.
I'm
cool.
like, that's a cool twist. I'm like, you get to use all your cool guns and stuff still, and you're fighting the aliens now. I'm like, I can fight aliens. That's a nice little
I
twist.
really enjoyed Nazi zombies. I spent hours and hours with my friends.
I'm done with zombies for a while.
I am
The
Can I
only,
say that? I'm
the
done
Wonder
with zombies.
Waffle was so good.
but I'm
I
waiting
heard Dead
for
Rising 3 is pretty good.
Yeah.
No, Dead Rising 3
It's
is amazing. You haven't played it? I'm not.
hard. It's hard.
So good.
Zombies are everywhere. It's not fit. It's not even fun.
No, it's super fun because you level up. You have to grind. Like any of those games, you have to grind.
So it's
you
like
have
a
to save people.
JRPG. Lame.
No, because it's a fun grind. You don't have to do the grind
It's a
where you
Capcom
start
game.
over. No, this is made by
Which means it's
Blue
repetitive and
Blue
boring.
Castle that did too. So this is what happens. You don't just go around killing zombies and therefore level up. You kill zombies to get from point A to point B and nearly survive. But
So it's like Monster Tunnels.
no,
Okay, so it's not...
it's open world,
Oh, okay.
completely open world. Because who wants Monster Tunnels?
People that made 13, apparently.
Stop it! Don't bring that up in this house.
I know that game was awful.
But no, they had what was it? You get these awesome abilities. You get awesome weapons because you can combo anywhere now because you're an awesome mechanic, and you'll just see him like whip stuff out, put it together, boom, done. You can gain an ability to be your own blender, so you can like mix drinks on the go. Because remember, previously you had to make stuff with a blender.
Yeah.
You do it on your own. You get great abilities to make you almost invincible, and then at some point, once you hit level 50, you just become invincible once you have it all filled up. Cars, you can make tons of cars. You can make cars now. That's pretty cool because he's a mechanic. The world is one giant world. There's only loading when there's a cutscene. So it's pretty cool. The day to night thing is awesome. There is I'm going to ruin one little thing, but I'm not ruining anything. As with 2, there was an overtime. This has an overtime that will please the crap out of any Dead Rising fan. Also, there is a museum that has Dead Rising stuff in it.
Cool.
In the game. And you can dress up however you want. You can look however you want. I've got the Frank West outfit on, because why not? And
Because Frank West was cool.
exactly. And there are some twists in that game that I didn't see coming. That I was like, nah. Then they're like, oh yeah, no, that's going on. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing because I'm a Dead Rising fan and I love it. And finding jewels to combine with a flashlight to make a lightsaber is much more likely than it was in the previous games.
That was so hard.
It was so extremely hard and difficult and annoying.
And the fact that it eventually worn out and broke, I was like,
Also, your little side people that you rescue
are worth something.
they're amazingly awesome. And I got this gun from, I've gone over this before, but I'll just reiterate. I went to a boss fight, and you fight this woman that has dual submachine guns. They're gold plated. She's a cop that went super crazy. And once you kill her, you run around, pick up weapons. There's her gun. Now, when you go, they have it's kind of like the system they have in Resident Evil, where you go to a treasure chest or whatever, and they all have the same stuff in them. Except now, as long as you've been maintaining supplies in a certain area, like you took food to a building, and then that building becomes well stocked, so then you can grab weapons from it and do combo stuff. Bring forth vehicles, whatever.
So it does things that make sense.
It does a lot of things that make sense. But the reason that's important is because then you can also pick up people. And then you can pick up infinite versions of the same gun. There are iterations of it. So then I gave everyone that awesome machine gun. No one runs out of ammo. And they're just sitting there just mowing down zombies left and right. I build an APC. Everyone gets in the APC. We file out when we need to. Guess what? Just mowing down zombies left and right.
Running over zombies and stuff.
And then you can also level up your characters just like in other games or level up the other people. Like in Saints Row, you can make your homies tougher. Okay. Same concept. You make them tougher. They're nearly invincible. They're destroying everything, kicking stuff. It's awesome. So
Saints Row, the homies.
Oh, Saints Row 4.
Saints Row is so amazing.
I gotta play Saints Row 4.
It's amazing. It's outstanding. That is a game that is worth purchasing. It doesn't have a typical multiplayer mode.
I would
just
like
has
to borrow
co-op.
it instead. Can I get that?
Not mine.
Yeah, you can
I'm
borrow
not not done with it. Yeah, so you borrow his, and I'm not done
You can borrow
yet.
my
It's
copy
so
because
good.
I got it. So
Okay.
I'm all completionist on it because I'm sitting there doing every single side mission.
Okay.
I finished all the side missions. I did that first. I went through and did all the side missions first, and then now I'm almost finished with the main story mission, so I can do the DLC missions.
See, that's the one thing I hated about like games like Assassin's Creed, where the main story got kind of boring at one point. So all I had to do was side missions, and it was
The main story is hilarious. I love the main story.
It's so good. And also with Saints Row 4, they've got we'll just ruin this whole thing. They steal from Mass Effect. There's a whole seduction thing. But it's not like you have to go through the trees of talking to get to that point.
so you don't have to actually do any work.
You just walk
Just go
up to
and
him.
press a button.
You go up and press a button. It says seduce Keith David. Seduce.
You can't seduce Keith David.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't.
That's the
That's the whole
It's like,
point.
sorry, Holmes, I don't roll that way. And you're like, oh, it's Keith David.
And then you go up and seduce like Kinsey, who's the hacker from 3, and she literally punches you in the face and then jumps your bones.
Neat.
It's so hilarious and awesome. It's not dirty, but they do have body mounts. And then the concept of VR, along with the fact that they are stuck in that
the
Matrix kind of thing. They have to go in there and rescue people from their own personal hells. They connect to other matrices, and then bring them out. And you're just watching these people relive the most horrifying moments of their lives, and it's crazy to see over and over again.
It's crazy because at one point you go back to the first Saints Row.
Dude, that's where I am right now. I'm saving a Ben King.
I was
It's
like,
so awesome.
yes.
You're back in was it Stillwater?
Yeah.
And there's the old church. There's the what are they called? The Kings,
The Vice Kings.
Vice Kings.
And you go in the old Saints Church, the Saints Row, the old hangout. You see the Freckleburger bag. He goes, I wonder why there was never a Freckleburger in Steelport. And it's like,
He's censoring the actual name of it, but so good, so much fun, and also what was it? The chick that you were trying to kill because she was one of the leaders that betrayed Ben King. Anyways, that's from the first game. She ends up being like super powered by the guy running the whole simulation, and so she's just like throwing out Hadoukens and using stuff. It's such a good game.
Just getting around the city is awesome. Like it's
so much fun.
Reminds me a bit of Prototype. Well, a lot of Prototype /
But better.
Ultimate Hulk Destruction.
yeah.
Yeah,
I love
just-
both of those games.
Yeah, it's got the triple air dash and the glide and the running up buildings, and it's just awesome
And
just
it's
to get
just
around.
so much fun. Yeah, you
Running.
can just run around the buildings. Running around the city is just fun. You just run around the city all day.
Yeah, you get unlimited stamina at some point, and you're just moving at basically light speed. Everything's almost a blur, and controlling that is almost difficult, but they make it easy. This game shows me that they could make a superhero game, and it be awesome. You know what I mean? I mean, like Hulk Ultimate Destruction was awesome.
I mean, we can get a Flash game.
Yeah,
it'll
this
be,
could easily be a
and,
Flash.
and it'd be awesome because
Or
they're just
a
literally.
good Superman game.
This could be a Justice League. They
This
could
could
use
be-
this
this-
as Justice League game.
This is a very good template for a good Superman game. Quite literally, you have super strength. You basically can fly with the glide. You're basically flying, and super speed.
And it's so awesome.
Running on water is amazing.
I haven't got the running on water yet. I haven't got that mission, but and the thing with Shondi, don't ruin it. But you know where I was going with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's awesome. So, anyways,
Yeah, it's-
that's the word for Saints Row 4. Awesome.
Okay.
You gotta play it. You'll love it. Beat 3 because it's awesome. Also, it's so cool.
I need to beat 3 first.
And
Yes.
yeah, and it ties into. There's actually 2 endings for 3, a sad one and a happy one. They actually made it so official canon is the happy one.
Oh, that's good.
So you'll know which one that is.
Yeah, you'll know.
Because you'll go back and play it and be like, well, okay, I picked, I did left trigger here, so I'll do right trigger now. Are you kidding me? Ah, that's so sad. I'm not giving anything away. Let's see what else. We had some news with. I was reading something about Forever Evil and where they're going with the direction of that. Did you see that?
No.
Spoiler: Lex Luthor's joining the Justice
Oh
League
yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I did see that. Lex Luthor and Captain Cold
and Captain
are
Cold.
joining the Justice League.
Captain Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that.
Hey, you want Mr. Freeze? Next best thing.
I'm so happy that Lex Luthor is joining the Justice League. It's not even funny, and it's like him and Batman are instantly going to just be looking at each other like, No, I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge. No, I've got more money. No, I've got more money.
Which one's smarter?
Which one's smarter? Which one? Yeah.
And they can't do the I'm a sociopath jig because they both are.
Yeah, Superman. But Superman is strangely not in the lineup. Superman and Flash are strangely not and Green Lantern are not in the lineup for the Justice League.
The new Justice League?
Instead, it's Captain Marvel, Captain Cold, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, Batman.
Why is Superman not in the lineup?
Lex Luthor.
Gotta read to find out.
So he's like, no.
Yeah, it's probably whatever's happened with Forever Evil once they get out of where they're at right now. It's like, I don't think Lex Luthor basically saves the world.
Uh-huh.
That's what they're hitting at. So it's like, well, if Lex is saving the world, and that means his credibility's up. He's going to join the Justice League, and
he's kind of pulling a Norman Osborn. Remember when he saved the world and then became head of S.H.I.E.L.D. /Hammer?
Yeah. We all know how
if
well that
Norman
turned.
wasn't crazy, if Norman wasn't the Goblin, Hammer would have worked out brilliantly.
Well, they keep trying. Now it's one of the evil organizations, so
It's not.
well, I mean, they brought it back for a while.
They brought it back,
to,
and then
they-
AIM came out. AIM's the big Marvel big bad right now.
Yeah, it is. Because they basically almost completely swallowed Hydra, and they swallowed Hammer. So
Yeah, and freaking Sabretooth is the leader of the Hand now.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What-
Well, because Spider-Rock he destroyed Shadowland. He had a big spider mech and wrecked Shadowland.
See, well, all right, that was in the Shadowland book, right?
No, that was not in the Shadowland book. That was. Have you read Shadowland book yet?
No, don't ruin it.
No, I'm not going to ruin it,
yeah,
so don't worry about it.
All right, guys. Welcome to the finale.
Falcon finale.
He's like,
He said Spider-Mac, and I was like, I'm done. I'm checking out, folks.
oh, well, you know what? Spider Cycle hurts my brain, but it's a decent show. The Ultimate
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I was like, he never uses that hardly. Because
In season 2, he does.
What?
He uses it way more in season 2.
it's,
You know, it's funny.
Nick Fury doesn't trust him with anything.
They actually have been referencing stuff from Ultimate Spider-Man in the new Avengers show, Avengers Assemble. And I think that's pretty cool, but I'm not really a big fan of the show.
I can't wait for Ultimate Spider-Man Season 3 because I want to see Spider-Man's decision.
For what?
Whether or not he joins the Avengers.
They asked him to join the big leagues.
Yeah.
Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man comes to him and goes, "You handled yourself pretty fantastically in this last couple weeks."
It's because he proves himself time and time again that he is one of the greatest superheroes in existence.
Exactly. And it's like,
Bam.
and they're like, so they're like, "Are you ready to join the big leagues?" He was like,
I love when he went in the, I think it's first season where Tony Stark shows up and he like totally hero worships him.
Yep.
And then he realized that Tony is a horrible superhero.
Yep. He's a horrible human being with a drinking problem.
But that show, I think one of my favorite episodes is when he switches body with Wolverine.
Oh my gosh.
Which is hilarious.
It is hilarious. It hurt my brain.
I love the one where he switched bodies with the Hulk.
Also,
And he's like, why do you smell like wet dog?
oh man.
Deadpool was actually pretty good too.
That I was actually going to bring some up about Deadpool. So before we go, he's getting married.
Yes.
What? Who is marrying Deadpool?
Deadpool.
Did he?
No,
I was going to say, if you say Lady Deadpool, I would probably be okay with that.
it's an actual chick. He is getting married. It's a big celestial. It's going to be a huge event.
Well, who's the girl?
They have not announced yet.
They just said he's getting married.
Yeah.
Squirrel girl. Squirrel.
That
A lot of
would
people
be
are guessing Squirrel Girl. I'm like, that would be the power couple of the Marvel Universe.
Everyone loves Squirrel Girl, but they don't because it's Squirrel Girl. She was in what was it the Great Lakes Avengers.
Great Lakes Avengers, and then she was the nanny for the new Avengers for a while.
She's watching Jessica Jones's baby, the Cage Jones baby.
Speaking of Deadpool, there's a new Deadpool book out called Night of the Living Deadpool, and it's all done in black and white. So Deadpool's the only person that's in color is Deadpool, and he wakes up from a food coma, and
Typical.
and the zombie apocalypse has happened. All the heroes are dead.
So does it happen during like Marvel Zombies?
No, it's like it's something.
It's just something inside of his head.
Yeah, it's like all the heroes are dead. he's leading the survivors, and they're spoofing Walking Dead to the point where they're walking.
Does he lose a hand?
He goes to prison. He goes to that's too crowded. I don't want to go to the prison. and they see him like going and stealing food and stuff, and it's hilarious.
When's that coming? Like it already started.
The second issue's already out.
Okay. I'll have to pre-order the trade.
But
That sounds pretty
Deadpool's doing work, and they're giving him another big push. Like he doesn't need one, but
hopefully he'll get a better video game out of it. Maybe a good movie.
No, that's not gonna happen. The best video game he was in, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Thank you very much.
That's such a
yeah.
good game.
When he grabs the camera and Deadpool breaks the fourth wall is hilarious.
Although him in Battle of the Atom, that was something I also did. I read Battle of the Atom. Him in that was actually weird. I don't know. I had mixed feelings, but anyways.
Well, that was he was weird in that one. That was because that was the whole thing.
Anyway.
Yeah, don't.
Anywho.
Anyways, so thank you for joining us, Tim.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts? We're wrapping up right now, so nothing.
Nothing's coming to mind.
Nothing?
I think we covered everything.
You coming to the Rumble?
Everything. Oh, the Sunday?
It's Sunday.
Yeah, sounds good. Yep.
All right.
I'm down.
All right. Steve,
Yep.
any final thoughts?
I got a couple of articles in the pipe.
Yay!
One involves how the power of choice in RPGs has shaped me as a gamer, which is pretty cool. So, yeah.
Or will it be?
No.
I'm just waiting on the article. I can read it and go, yeah, that's pretty cool. So,
What?
blowing your mind.
You just
All
blew my
right,
mind.
Marqees.
In a separate timeline, you actually congratulated me for my amazing penmanship.
Yeah, that did happen.
I don't get.
Separate
It.
timeline.
I'm gonna tell you something after the podcast. And you'll laugh.
Yes,
Marqees.
I have more articles coming because I've already got one for the new year up. Slackers.
Is it about a movie? Did you go see a movie?
No.
Did you go see a movie, Marqees? Did
No,
you go
Nathan,
to a movie?
I'm not gonna go see a movie.
Why don't you go see a movie, Marqees?
Because I'm not sure if our.
Why don't you
I'm
go
not
to-
sure if our free thing is still up. And that-
Well, just go talk to the manager. That's what I did. They recognize you over there.
okay.
I don't know why this is so hard, Marqees.
Apparently,
me,
my
Marqees.
EIC is telling me I need to go watch more movies. But mine will be on TV and comic books because they're a little more accessible for Marquise right now since Marquise works 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and sleeps during the day.
That's not such a big deal.
Go see the late showing and then just go to work. You got to put up with the kids. Ha ha!
I'm talking about me, guys. I'm you know what I'm doing? They're more.
Yeah, he sleeps. I don't know. His sleep cycle's all messed up. That's why I
Yeah.
call him the brown bear, because he hibernates.
Yeah, but I'll go see. What movie do you want me to go see?
Something awful.
No,
I'm
find
going to go
something
see
so-
I, Frankenstein.
see, he's gonna go see it.
You're like,
it's all good.
I got this great idea for a movie. We're going to have Frankenstein trying to find his place in the world, and he'll be amidst a war between gargoyles and demons. And
No, it's gargoyles and angels.
it's gargoyles and demons.
That was angels.
The gargoyles are the good guys, the demons are the bad guys.
Or gargoyles formerly angels?
Yes, Gargoyles. Is Goliath going to be in it? And Brooklyn
Boom!
and Bronson.
Hopefully, I was thinking because that would make it a better
That
movie.
would
That
be
would be
awesome.
But they're taking from the mythological
Keith David
standpoint.
voices Goliath. We live again. I'm so excited.
You know, I would actually watch that movie. I would watch if they brought gargoyles back. If they took gargoyles to Disney Infinity, I'd probably buy it. Anyways,
That would be-
Yeah, if you could play
That would be
Goliath,
awesome.
in Disney Infinity.
I would want Goliath so bad. Just be like,
or like, why are there 30 Goliaths in this game? Why not?
why not? Or you know what? I was a fan of Brooklyn and Lexington because Lexington was the smart one and Brooklyn was.
It was just
Brooklyn
good.
number 10. It was very good.
Yeah, the whole thing was just
The
amazing.
whole show was good, and then they took it into strange places.
Well, they ran out of ideas.
They ran out of ideas.
I blame Commander Riker.
Hey, Riker was a good villain.
He was a great.
very
Thanatos was a great villain.
And he looked like himself. It was like, I got a great
Yeah.
idea. I want to be in a cartoon series. Why don't you pen me up as myself, and I will voice
Except
myself,
I'm a rich billionaire
and I will be a huge jerk.
who puts a castle on top of my building just because I can.
To fulfill a prophecy,
That's
to
pretty
make
awesome.
because maybe even if the gargoyles don't come to life, I've still got a castle on top of a skyscraper.
You don't lose when you do that. You just win. That's how you win at life. All right, and
So good.
We're
So
going to
good.
keep promoting this little shindig. We got the anniversary coming up, WrestleMania coming up, Oscars coming up.
Are we doing an Oscar special?
We might. It just depends how it all unfolds because we have the nominations coming up, and
At least talk about the nominations and stuff. I'm not talk about the fashion of the Oscars. I'm talking about the movies and the actors.
I think we should have our own show.
We'll call
our own timeless Oscars.
instead of the Oscars, it'll be the
hand us some more.
Akbars.
The show the movies.
It's a trap!
The movies
Yeah,
people
we just-
actually watch.
And you win the award. What is the word? Well, it's a wrap!
We've already had the time rest one.
The
Oh, I know.
the
We
rest
can't
is-
really do another
we can't
award
really
show
do
this
award
close to that. But it'd be funny to do a mock award show. Who wears the dress? Not it.
Eli.
He's not
You just throw him under the bus.
We'll just bring out it.
here.
Actually, was it since his sister is like a pageant queen or whatever? Then we can
She
just
can
be
give some
like,
pointers.
she can be the person in a dress. You know, I'm not pointing
We
at
can actually
Marqees.
we can have the green screen up and do it. That'd be amazing.
We can do some stuff. Anyways,
Yeah,
So,
so-
we got big things in the pipe. So all right,
We are dreaming
Tim,
big.
Do you have a tagline you want to say?
No.
Play more games, folks.
Buy more comics.
And check us out on TimeRust.com.